Hey, it's Susanna Carmen here with What the Future, which is a documentary and PhD research project about community thriving in a time of ecosocial crisis. I'm sitting here in front of my town hall in the little town of Mullumbimby, which is nestled in the bend of the Brunswick River in the Northern Rivers region of New South Wales, which has just been hit for a second time in 3 years with a major climate-induced environmental emergency. And behind me is public service and Australian Red Cross services to support people and respond to their needs in their recovery phase from this event. And although it wasn't a major flooding event, we did have power outage and no telephone access and no internet. And some people are still without power. And so this is personally relevant to me because um, although I wasn't significantly affected, I live in high ground, I did host about 8 people in my house. And after the first 2 days, the power did go out. And that meant that there's no water being pumped from the water tank to the kitchen sink or the toilet or any of the places in the house where we need water. So it added some extra stress. And what was really interesting is this time around, compared to other events in our region, most of us were really very well prepared. A lot of people have generators and solar batteries, and they're just a lot more ready for these types of happenings. But what we're interested in and why I'm making this film is the inner workings, the human inner capacities that people need to thrive in challenging times, in a time where the world is just topsy-turvy and our climate is changing. What do we need to sustain ourselves between and beyond these emergencies? And I could say that, we worked out and problem solved and we're really adaptive and creative as humans can be. But what I noticed is I got very fixated on water and refrigeration and putting systems in place to make sure everyone was okay. And in doing that, I lost my sensitivity to the amount of energy it was taking for me to kind of sustain myself through that process and also maintain really healthy, happy relationships with people along the way. And that was only 4.5 days. And I can tell you, I am exhausted. So this is the beginning of a journey for me and Michael, who's behind the camera right now, to go out there and explore places around the world where communities have figured out the secret sauce of how to sustain themselves between and beyond these emergencies, because they're going to keep coming at us harder and longer and more frequently. And so we figure out how to stay together and how to work together well, I think we might be in some trouble. I know I would be if this went on for more than 4.5 days. So I hope you come with us on the journey.